Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Dr. O. We'll get started here in like 5 minutes. Super excited to talk about dental implants today and how we can help you get your smile back and rocking. That way you don't have to be in dentures or maybe get yourself out of dentures. So we'll talk about both of those kind of solutions, right? Some people know that they're got a smile they're wanting to get all fixed up, but want to get, avoiding dentures. And then those that maybe already are in dentures. So we'll talk about dental implants and how that's going to fix it and how we're able to do that here. So definitely invite your friends, get a, if you have a decision maker that's going to be with you, a spouse, loved one, please do that. And I would love to hear your names. So if you're watching already, you're 4 or 5 minutes early, good for you. I got 6 people that have already liked the feed. So go ahead and give me an insight into where you're from. Tell me who you are and what are you most hoping to learn from the live implant webinar. So do that for me. Jump on and give me some feedback on what you guys are hoping to get. So during this live implant webinar, I cover the whole process from start to finish, how we take out teeth, screw in the implants very day, right? So you're not having to have multiple appointments, and then how we're able to screw in a set of teeth that day, a premium set that's designed for you. And so that's kind of this process. Obviously, there's a lot of places that can do this with multiple providers in different locations. And here at Innovative Dental, what we offer our community, and when I say community, really the country, we have people who travel from everywhere. So we provide a screwed-in set of teeth on implants in a day. So and then we are able to fine-tune that, improve it, make it something that's a more rigid, harder material that takes obviously a little more time to fabricate. So I'll go over the whole process of how we do it uniquely here. I'll show you how there's a patented protocol we're using, and you'll get to see some inside baseball here on how we achieve a smile at Innovative Dental. I'll answer all your questions live. So if you're watching this, we're about 2.5 minutes from starting the presentation. So you're hearing me live. Like, this is Thursday at 3 o'clock Central Time in Springfield, Missouri. If you're from the area, awesome. We do help people from local community. You obviously can come in for a consultation. I'll give you a special price by the end. So if you stick around, you'll get a special price for an in-office consultation. And then we also have an offer for those who do virtual consultations. So if you're like, hey, I'm from Tennessee, for whatever reason, we get a lot of people from Tennessee, Texas, New York, Florida, Georgia, Chicago, California. And those are kind of, I don't know what, maybe they just, obviously lots of people, that's possibly it. But maybe they watch on YouTube. So that's my guess. So tell me where you're from. I got like 9 people that have thumbed up. I don't know where any of you guys are from. I don't even know your names. So don't be shy. We're all family and friends here. So we're here to help each other out, encourage each other in this path of trying to find some solutions for your smile and get back to enjoying all of life's moments. So let me know where you're from. Let me know your name, maybe what some of the challenges you might be facing. We try to keep this pretty informal, but I obviously want it to be educational and keep moving along. But when you post your questions, I'll try to answer them in time. So what's up, Danny? All right, you're 7 weeks post-op. Yes, Danny Jones is the man. He's a tough dude. He did great with his procedure. I think I've got a little video clip of you. I think it's in here. So you'll get to see yourself. Pretty cool, right? So I'll play that here in a bit. Yeah, Danny's jumped on. Somebody let me know where you guys are from. So grab something to drink. We'll get started right at 3. So give me about a minute here. So good time to use the restroom. Grab you a beverage, a little snack, and then we'll go for like 45 minutes. Hey, what's up, Miss Mandy from Indiana? Thanks for joining. And after we go for like 45 minutes, I'll try to take your questions throughout. So that way you're not just like hearing me drone on for 45 minutes. I'll take little breaks and make sure I answer any of your questions live. So Danny's got an amazing new smile, so I'm sure he's going to be listening and sharing his experience here at Innovative Dental. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. We'll get started right now. Yeah, we're right at 3 o'clock. Give another few minutes for people to maybe join. Hopefully you're jumping in. Thanks for the thumbs up, the encouragement. I love to have feedback. All right, so this gets really dull if you're just listening to me. So this is very interactive. One of the best values I think you can get is you're actually getting access to a doctor who does this procedure day in and day out. It's all I do. I do it from start to finish. So I'm not just doing part of the procedure, I'm doing the whole thing. So extractions, implants, the cosmetic design, and we do all the lab work here in office. So you'll be hard pressed to find someone with more consistent daily experience in this treatment. So I'd love to help you here. I think the experience would be beneficial for you as a patient of mine. But even if you don't come here, you're going to learn a lot. So welcome to everybody from all over, right? I'm Dr. O from Innovative Dental. We'll go ahead and jump in now to the presentation. So I've kind of called it this. It's pretty straightforward. Oh, shoot. I've got looks like somebody's comment coming through there on there, don't I? Let's see if I can remove from broadcast, jump back into the presentation and see if, sorry about that, guys, a little hiccup. We definitely don't want to, there we go. Okay. So we call it Innovative Implant Smiles, the most innovative solution to permanent fixed smile on dental implants. There's a lot of different things you can call this, right? So if you're researching this and you're thinking of all on 4, all on 6, 3 on 6, implant bridges, I want you to know we're all talking about a very similar solution. And one of those solutions is likely best for you. So I'm going to talk about that. All right. I'm going to explain some of that. You'll also notice we have Your Smile Destination website there at the lower right. You'll also notice on the lower right, we have our phone number. So if at any moment you're ready to just schedule your consultation, definitely take advantage of that. Our team will know your special rate to get scheduled for your consultation. All right, let's jump through this here for you. So where does this all happen? We're here in Springfield, Missouri. So pretty central location, easy to get in and out of. And this is our amazing facility designed specifically for you guys as far as a patient experience. We know that dentistry can be a daunting task to go to a place that feels and looks like a hospital. And so we've made this really feel open, like a resort. You know, obviously a lot of our patients are very much aware of the environment and the anxieties that go along with it. It smells like a hotel and a resort. It feels like one, looks like one. We just happen to do dentistry here. So one of the things we're very proud of is this facility is one of a kind, but we're able to still be affordable for our patients. And I think you're going to find that. For example, I'll go ahead and drop it now because we're only 2 minutes in. I'm not making you wait for 45 minutes to hear affordability. So we can do this treatment with people that have 675 plus on their credit score and can afford about $225 a month. So I know that, you know, that's about a couple Starbucks a day kind of, affordability, and that's per arch. And so I'll get into that. We all have upper and lower arches. So 2 arches per patient. Sometimes people only need an upper arch or a lower arch. That's why we price it and talk about it per arch. Okay, so I want to get that out of the way. That's a common question. All right, so it's Mito. Thanks for joining. All right, so why watch this and listen to this guy? Why listen to Dr. O? So first and foremost, we're going to be some money involved here. We're going to give you up to $5,000 off just for watching me talk about this. Why? Because it makes this process so much easier when our patients have a good understanding of why they came to Innovative Dental. You can imagine I would have to do this webinar for every person that possibly comes in to help them fully understand the benefits of this practice and what we offer our patients. So just by being on the webinar, you save me a ton of time. And then it helps make you understand the benefits of our treatment, really get into why you would trust Innovative Dental versus other places. And so for that, we give you a discount. Why you should avoid permanent teeth in 24 hours. I'm going to talk about this. It's a huge move. If you haven't heard of it yet, you'll probably see it soon. It's a big move to push people into permanent teeth tomorrow, basically in 24 hours. I'm going to talk about why you should avoid this, and you don't have to suffer to avoid it, okay? Better than all on 4, all on 6, and 3 on 6. I'm going to talk about those things. So if you've been researching it and really found yourself following one person talking about just one path to a set of teeth screwed on implants, I'm going to try to make a case for why you shouldn't just, everything's not a nail and deserves a hammer. Okay. So everybody's unique. We need to think of you as a unique individual that needs a unique solution. And I'm going to talk why and how we're able to do that. And then I'm going to give you the 5 essential questions you must ask and how our patients will always leave with teeth. They do not have to go home and wait 24 hours for their teeth. They don't have to be around their spouse, their loved ones at all without their smile. So pretty cool. Patients come in, teeth removed, implants go in, screw in the set of teeth that day, and then obviously we let you heal up, and then we convert that set of teeth to a more premium permanent set. We'll talk about those 2 options that we have in our office. So I want to get that out of the way. That's why you should watch, okay? You're going to get a special code at the end, and you're also going to get a special rate on a consultation. So yeah, pretty cool. And by the way, if you call anytime with that number, our team will honor that consultation. So this is a smile of the week I did last week, but I'm going to do it again because it's awesome. So what a transformation for him. I can't wait for you to see it. All right. So you might be watching this and maybe feel alone. Hope not. Like right now, we've got 38 people on. So you're not alone. And by the time this is done this evening, there will be 400 or 500 people that have watched it. So what does that tell us? There's a lot of people that are suffering with this condition and problem with their teeth, right? You're not alone. It's genetically driven. I understand there's a lot of reasons, but our office, myself, we fully believe and we understand that missing teeth, misaligned teeth, quality of your enamel, quality of the tissue, periodontal disease, all of these things are genetic, right? So you didn't choose to suffer. Nobody goes into life goes, you know what? I'd love to have my teeth be a real problem for me. I'd love to suffer with where do I eat? What can I eat? I don't want to smile. So we feel for you in the sense that we don't judge. We know that it's not your fault. And we think, we would love to help you get to where you can live life and not feel like your teeth are a hurdle for you, right? So you can enjoy all of life's moments. And the reason I show this photo is you can see how this collage here. These are some amazing people that have trusted us to help, fix their smile. They're normal people. I think a lot of people come and go, well, this treatment's only for the wealthy, or this treatment's, I could never see myself doing this. I'm nervous or scared, or I couldn't afford it. This is a great example of normal, everyday people that they've trusted us. We've been able to love on them and show how much we care and help them smile. So, don't feel alone. Don't feel shamed. We're here to help. Is Innovative Implant Smile right for me? I want you to see some conditions that we've helped with this procedure so you can just kind of see before and after what we're able to do and what situations or conditions we could help with. So keep throwing in where you guys are from. I'd love to see that. Thumbs up if this is already being encouraging, and we'll keep rolling. And I'll get to your questions here. I'll have a break in just a moment, okay? So thanks for joining, Tara. Awesome to have you. And I think we've got a few other people. Cassandra, thank you. Deneen, Miss Mandy's commented a couple times. Awesome. So Shane, welcome. Danny, welcome. I think you've been on before, so thanks for joining again. All right. So this is our buddy Gail. All of his back teeth were breaking, collapsing. He's damaging all of his front teeth. He was in this temporary bridge. The temporary bridge wasn't holding up, and so needed a permanent solution. He came to us and we said, man, that $8,000 temporary bridge is just going to be a waste of your money when you go to a permanent, because he doesn't have any back teeth to chew with. And so we fixed him up. All right. I don't know if you could relate to Josh. Lots of infection, but no more, right? So look at all the infected teeth. Definitely a healthy guy now. Pretty excited for him. Robert, lots of extreme wear, clenching and grinding his teeth. Matter of fact, you can see the nose to chin is closer on the left of the before photo. And then on the right, you can tell that we have a transformation in his smile. Didn't even want to smile before, loves smiling after. Look at his teeth, how he's breaking them down, clenching and grinding. How many of you might do that, right? So if any of these are relatable to you and what you're kind of suffering with, put them in the comments section. Why? Well, it lets me know what you've been suffering with and what we need to fix. It also might encourage other people that are watching as well right now that go, you know what? I feel like I'm the only one that has periodontal disease or infection and abscesses or broken teeth. Those are, it's nice to hear other people that might be going through the same stuff you are. It's a support group. By the way, we have a Facebook support group that you should join. We'll make sure that is in the comment section. Okay. So this is Anne. She was stuck in the dental cycle. How many of you all, come on, thumbs up right now. If you can say thumbs up the video, if you're like dental cycle, I hear this all the time, right? People have a deteriorating smile, and God love them. They're going to a dentist that they really should get this procedure, implants, right? But instead the dentist keeps trying to do patchwork, and you keep coming back every 6 months or every year for another root canal and crown and extraction. And it's just nickel and dime dentistry. It's really frustrating. It's painful. And it's obviously painful on the pocketbook as well. And who loves to get surprises all the time, right? So that's how Anne felt. Now she doesn't have to worry about it. She had periodontal disease. She has broken teeth. She had decay, lots of filling work. And so had to get this stuff replaced, right? So we helped her out. All right, here's our buddy Larry. What's going on, Larry? Bright smile. By the way, I always remind myself, this guy wanted a bright smile. And we always do the shade of teeth that people want. So if you're going, man, some of your smiles are pretty bright, just understand these people were thrilled with it. They chose that smile, that shade. And if you want darker teeth, we'll make whatever shade you want. So we're here to make patients that love Innovative Dental and love their new smile. So happy patient, a happy team here. So periodontal disease, this is beyond repair and definitely not the fault of his own. Just genetic issues here with bone loss and tissue loss, and we were able to fix him up. All right, this is Sue Ann. She was already in the denture, right? The D word. She was in this for 15 years, suffering with her denture, and look at her now, right? Pretty amazing transformation, living, loving life. A few more just to show you, kind of give you a little more juice of some cool smile transformations. What I love about this, you could cover up their smile and you could tell which one's before and after, right? I mean, let's get real. You could just cover their smile up, and by looking at their eyes, you can tell the transformation these people have gone through. That's what I love about this procedure. It's not just a smile. It's not just food. It's not just the way people look in a mirror. It's total transformative. It's the way people feel about themselves day in and day out. So it's pretty incredible. It's a drug for me to be a part of this. It's definitely a high. So Innovative Dental Implant Center, this is our unique facility. It's got our own cosmetic and implant center, 3 suites, right? These are custom suites just for our patients that do full mouth treatment. They have the treatment side, which has got the best equipment that you could possibly get. And then it has our living room side, which is like a place to just relax with your spouse or significant other, want to come to your appointment, they can hang out with you. We have a ton of people that love to use this space, step out on the balcony, enjoy the weather. I mean, spring weather right now in Springfield's incredible. So you get to look outside, get some fresh air. Sometimes on nice days, we prop the door open. We have a nice creek out there that is flowing underneath the building. And we're conveniently located right off the highway, about 15 to 20 minutes from the airport. So pretty quick and easy for people. We have just right up the road, and we will help you with concierge service. We'll help you know where to stay. We'll help you figure out all your travel arrangements. We're here to help. We want to make sure it's a smooth process for you. All right, so got some questions. I want to make sure I want to at least say hi to people. Stacy, what's going on from Lebanon? Donald, what's going on? It's from Spokane. All right. We got Kirsten from Maryland. Welcome. Miss Mona. All right. Cool. GMS Santana. Let's see. Okay. The T-Spot Functional Nutrition Wellness. Awesome. Thanks for joining. All right. So I will jump in and get some of these questions. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything. Morocco. All right. I'll answer that question about yes, I do the all-on-4 procedure. I do all-on-6. I do 3-on-6, and I also do implant bridges. So all of the procedures we do here. Cassandra from Springfield, Illinois. What's going on? Yeah. Deneen. Yes. Yeah, right there. We do twilight, or basically a oral sedation to help you relax for the procedure. Yes. Okay. Want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. All right. I think we're good to go. No, I don't see any more questions. You guys throw them in whenever, but I'm about ready to jump in all the meat and potatoes of it. Okay. All right. So real quick, this is my family. My family's the best. There's my kids on the right there, and my wife in front of our house in Kansas City when I went to dental school there. And then there we are at my our home right out dental school in Springfield with my little buddy Riley. I love to do barbecue. So you're seeing chili right there, and over the top chili. It's phenomenal. If you haven't had it, it's life-changing. Not maybe as much as the dentistry we do, but it's pretty good. All right. So here's an amazing story. This is Brett Heiser, an incredible patient. But this was the moment that transformed the way I thought about this treatment. Okay, so, yes, we're doing implants with a screwed in set of teeth that's replacing a smile, giving you function so you can eat, supporting the face structure, stimulating the bone so you don't lose bone, getting you healthy because we're removing the infection and putting in, something that's not infected, right? All of this is important. But here's what really happens, and this is the moment that it dawned on me what this procedure is really doing for people. And this is why it is so worth it. No matter where you go, really, honestly, no matter what you pay within reason, you're going to get an incredible value. And here is the reason why.
Again!
right. So I don't know if you could tell there, but this is Brett just going down the lake with his niece. And you can tell he's laughing in the moment, fully enjoying this, right? And what you don't know is that these teeth that he's wearing right now were just screwed in the day before. And so something as simple as getting on a boat with a family member, skipping across the lake, and fully enjoying this moment, fully laughing. When I first saw this, it brought me to tears, to be honest with you. And it's because I fully understood at that moment, wait a second, this could be me if I had dentures and I was flying down the lake with my daughter. My daughter at the time was about this age. I realized that this would not be a moment that I would get, right? And you don't get these back. And so Brett got this moment, brought to you by Dental Implants, and he didn't have to miss out on it. He got to live it fully, smile fully, engaged in it, and really just fully engrossed or engaged in the moment. And so that's what dental implants can do. They can help you live life on blast, and that's what it did for Brett. Check out the smile transformation, right? Really cool. But I want you to hear the life transformation from his wife, Chelsea.
Now that I see him now versus, 8 years ago, I just wish that we would have done it sooner. You cannot put a price tag on how he feels about himself and his confidence and the way he carries himself. I still cannot believe the difference between then and now. Like, I didn't even think that changing his smile would bring us to where we are today.
Pretty cool, right? I want you to see what she has to say here. She says, my family and I cannot recommend this facility enough. Walk in for suggestions, leave a family. I just wish we would have done this sooner. And you can obviously go to our Google page, which is going to have many, over 4,500 5-star reviews explaining, you'll hear people's detail, their own story. Some of them post photos, and you'll be able to kind of see what we're about. But you can read her full review. And by the way, I would encourage you to read reviews. Assess if you think they're genuine, assess if you think they're from real people, and then obviously take them for what they say about the facility. Cool. All right, so Innovative Implant Smile, what is it? I've kind of described it already, but it's a screwed-in set of teeth on at least 4 implants, somewhere between 4 and 8. We don't charge per implant, so as far as how do we decide the number, it's based off of what's best for you, okay? So that is one of the ways we individualize the protocol. I said earlier that I do all on 4, all on 6, I do 3 on 6. So we offer all of the different options for patients to have an implant bridge, whether it's an all-on-4 technique, an all-on-6 technique. We do up to 8 implants in some scenarios. So it's individualized based off of your smile, your bone, what's best for you. That's one thing I want you to get real quick. There's a lot of people that try to convince you that this solution is the best solution. And that, once again, is like you treating everybody as if they're a nail and using a hammer on everything. So we try to adapt this best for you ideas, so that way we're treating people with the most optimal solution for them. Make sense? Then we want a screwed-in set of teeth on implants the very day you leave, right? If at all possible, you're leaving with a screwed-in set of teeth on implants. Very few people in our office, matter of fact, it's probably been a month or 2 before I've had to send a patient without teeth but a denture, right? So I guess that is teeth, but screwed-in teeth, I should say. So the only occasion that happens is going to be severe clenching or grinding, like our buddy Robert earlier, or somebody who has really, really soft bone, which is generally going to be associated with a severe vitamin D deficiency, okay? And then affordable options, right? None of this really matters. I could talk all day about how amazing our process is, how experienced our team is, how we are going to care for you. But if we can't find a way to fit a budget and make the solution affordable, it doesn't work, right? So like I said earlier, we can do payments as low as $225 a month per arch, which is some of the lowest in the country. And we can do that with a 675 plus credit score. Okay. Innovative Implant Smile has 3 phases. It's a concept phase, it's a create phase, and a complete. Clever, right? We want to keep the C's going there. So the concept phase is going to be records and a smile design. What does that look like? So we have 3D by 3 records. It's going to be a face scan. It's going to be a bone scan, and then it's going to be a tooth scan. Why is this so powerful? So obviously we take these individually of you, so we can get a digital version of you, and now we can actually do the whole procedure digitally. We can create your new smile. We can design where your implants would go in the bone that you do have. That's why we hardly ever have to graft. That's another common question. We rarely have to graft. So even if you've been told you don't have enough bone, with our protocol, there's a great solution that's likely not to have any grafting necessary, okay? And then we use facial scanning, so we are designing a smile that actually fits your face correctly. So that's pretty important. So this custom smile design starts just like you would expect. We start with the smile and then work our way down to the implants. Then I do implant planning, planned, I don't know, I think six or seven patients this morning for their new smile that we'll be doing over the next few weeks. And so this planning is really important. It's where I fine tune the position of every dental implant we're going to place in your bone before we ever touch you, right? We know exactly where it's going to go. I know the size, angle, depth, angulation. So all of that is figured out prior to you showing up. This is why this procedure, by the way, is done in about an hour and a half max. So here's what the process looks like after we've done all this planning and imaging. And this happens all behind the scenes. You would never know this, right? We take the impressions and we design and do all this planning before your smile day. And this bone is merged with your facial scan, as you see here. And then we're able to design the new set of teeth relative to your current. Doesn't have to be anything like your current. We just use your current as position markers in your mouth, right? So we design the new implants to work with the new smile. And then with this patented protocol, we're able to dial in the position of all of your implants relative to your new smile. And this procedure goes like crazy fast. Most people think I'm taking their teeth out when I've got the final implant in place and they're kind of really out of it. They can't really remember where we're at. And they're snoring sometimes even too when we're suturing. So it's a very efficient, painless procedure. I can say that with confidence. We do not hurt people at all during this procedure. You'll be sore afterwards, of course, but the procedure is literally, you're not going to feel anything. So, but there's our new smile design, screwed in teeth on implants. Pretty cool. Obviously, I'm giving you, it's a good imaging to help maybe understand the technology. This is by far the most advanced technology approach to giving a smile and doing it in such a short amount of time accurately. Why is that so important? And I show up this slide. This, by the way, get it out of the way. I need to put on here like asterisks, not my work. I never want anybody to assume that I did this. I would be extremely embarrassed. Okay, so this is not my work. This is what happens when no one plans. This is what happens when you have multiple people involved that aren't communicating, right? The surgeon places the implants. The person comes in later to do the prosthodontist comes in and designs the smile. Well, those two didn't talk before, and so what happens is implants are in the wrong spot, smiles coming out of the face. This isn't the only problem with these smiles. Angulation on that patient on the upper right. Those teeth don't even, they don't fit the mouth at all. They're coming out, but they're angled, they're crooked, the midline's off. Same thing with the one on the left. So there's so much wrong with this. And these, by the way, are final zirconias. It's hard to believe that, but these are final zirconias people were made to leave with from an office. And it baffles me because one of them is a patient that's been into our office from a local place. And then the other one is a lady who reached out to me because she really wanted a solution. So, I mean, just do your research. Be careful who you go to. Make sure they've got experience. They need to show you lots of before and after photos to give you confidence that this is something they have a good handle on, okay? Now it's ready to create your smile. I want you to hear from a patient immediately after he's still kind of out of it. He's got some numbness still. But I want you to hear from Tuan Duong. He was from out of state, traveled here, get his 26 teeth removed, 12 implants placed, and a screwed in set of teeth right then and there. Let's hear from Tuan.
Oh, wow. What you thinking, man?
Cool.
Awesome.
I'm speechless.
Isn't that great?
Wow.
Sweet. You were such an awesome patient. I appreciate it, man. I'm thrilled for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God, I wish
Go
I
ahead.
would have
Go ahead and
done
bite
it.
together again. Bite down.
Like normal.
Yeah, we just had
Yep.
a really solid bite already, day one. No bite adjustments. It's cool.
Wow. Awesome.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Okay.
Pretty cool, right? He gets to leave that very day with a new set of teeth, a new smile, screwed in on implants. Then I want you to hear from Bill. This is an amazing little snippet. I want you to think through, some of you right now are definitely suffering holistically, like the whole body. The gums, the mouth is the gateway, literally the gateway for bacteria into our bloodstream. And so it's one of the biggest areas that you can find that over time, your body will adapt, but you're getting tons of bacteria into the blood. It's affecting the heart. It's also affecting diabetes. Who knows what else is affecting, right? Anything that's inflammatory. And so hear from Bill and how he felt. By the way, I got permission from him to use this. This is a post-op call where he just went on and on about how much better he feels, but I got his permission to share it. Thanks, Bill, for letting us share this. This is good.
Hello?
Hey, Bill, how you doing, man? This is Dr. Olson.
Hey, Doc, how you doing?
Wonderful. I just wanted to check in on you and see if you're feeling all right.
And let me tell you something, Doc. I haven't felt this good in 3 years since I got out of the military. All that,
That's awesome.
you know, I remember you telling me you were scraping infection out of my mouth.
Yep.
My elbows and my shoulders, they don't hurt anymore.
Wow, that's awesome.
My smile is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I've gotten 12 compliments on it.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, I'm so happy, Doc. I'm so happy with you and your staff.
Oh, man.
I can't wait for my wife to
Yeah.
get hers done. I'm ecstatic. Well, I can't, I mean, never, you know, if I only live another 5 years, it'd be the best 5 years of my life. I appreciate it so much.
That makes me feel great. Well, I'm glad to hear it.
That's one of the best compliments right there, right? If I only had 5 years, it would be the best 5 years of my life. So I get that question a lot. If you feel like maybe you're older and you're going, I don't know if it's worth it. Man, you know, for whatever time you got, I mean, I'm 40 years old. I would love to say I'm going to live to 75, 85, you know, I'd love that, healthy, right? But that's no guarantee. So if I was suffering, even if I had another 5 to 10 years left in my life, I'd like it to be good ones. And so I would say with anybody that's struggling with that decision, feeling guilty about it, I would, even if you don't come here, you know, go someplace, live with the best quality smile you can, so it doesn't impact the quality of your life and you enjoy the years you have left with your family. That's my thoughts. And I can see that from patients. Obviously you hear it from them too. Like that review. All right, here they are. Isn't that cool? Bill and Sue-Ann together in the photo. Give the video a thumbs up. That's a cool little story there. And if that makes you excited about potential to help you with your smile. All right, so now we've got the same day smile. You start feeling better. You got a new smile to love, but now we got to convert this to something that's more resilient and more permanent, right? And so we're gonna take a new tissue scan. Why? Because the gums and bone they're gonna have changed a little bit once we remove teeth. I mean, you're gonna have some change there. So we want the fit and feel to be correct to your gums. Then we're gonna do what's called a prototype try-in. This is a big deal because we want to verify that our theory of what your smile should look like is really going to look amazing. Just because it looks great on a computer screen and in a 3D model, we need to put it into the mouth and make sure. So we just unscrew the temp, screw in the try-in, make sure that the try-in looks great, feels good. And even some of our patients that might want to wear it for a little while, a week or two, they're welcome to do that. And we'd love for your significant other or spouse to be involved. I want you to see what a prototype looks like. So here it is. We are trying in a prototype, and I'm showing you an example of a prototype we thought was going to look really nice. Bite looks good. Design in the software looks good. But the second we get this in and I take out the Optrogate, you can really tell pretty quickly we've got too much gums. Like there's just too much. The teeth are a little too far forward. So regardless of how nice this looks in our software, once we put it on the patient, seeing how taut his lip is, and all of that is a variable, right? Some people, their lip drops more. Some people, it doesn't. I mean, so we've got to verify that we've got a smile that looks and feels incredible on our patients. This prototype try-in is how we get there. Then once we've decided it's an amazing set, you can see how nice the gums look and heal around these implants. And you can see no anesthetics needed for this. We can easily unscrew and screw these back in. And you'll notice I'll just screw it in and we'll see how nice her smile looks. We already know this is going to look good, by the way, because she's already had a prototype that's proven our idea, right? Is that this is going to look great. And boom, look at the smile. Perfection, fits her lips, fits her mouth. So pretty fun. 3 reasons to avoid permanent teeth in 24 hours. I'm gonna blaze through this unless you guys have a ton of questions, but these 3 reasons are very important. Static versus dynamic. Matter of fact, I bet the one thumbs down this video has is probably from somebody who doesn't like me speaking out the truth, what I feel is the truth, and I'll try to support it with my opinion about this 24-hour business, okay? So static versus dynamic, and that's a little cue for you to all to give it a thumbs up on the video if this makes sense and is encouraging. It makes more sense than trying to rush to 24-hour permanent teeth. So your gums and your bone have to settle and heal. This is why I don't want to make a permanent set overnight, right? We want to adjust it to fit and feel correct. The second thing here you'll see is the bite and function. And these are all static versus dynamic, right? There's going to be a position in the mouth that is without you using it. And then there's going to be a position based off of function, chewing, speech, movement, sleep, all of these factors, right? So 2 here, you see bite is static. It's just one position. And then function would be chewing, speech, all that you do with your mouth, right? So the functional aspect of it's important. We need you to be able to assess that and love the new function. And then the third is going to be aesthetics and smile. So it's going to be the detail of the porcelain, right? The porcelain being layered onto the zirconia. There's 2 different types of zirconia, and I'll show you in a minute, but the porcelain being layered on it and the time it takes to create that aesthetic is static. But then how this smile looks in the mouth when you smile, right? How does it fit the face? How does it fit your lips? Part of that's subjective, part of it's objective, right? So subjective and objective parts of the smile. But all of this, these 3 components are the only way to get there with certainty is do prototype try-ins, have you wear something for a while that is your new smile, and make adjustments to it. We can do this fairly quickly, predictably, and our patients get a premium result because of this that they know they're going to love, and they don't have to be constantly told. I can't tell you how many reviews I've read, by the way, where people are told they're just going to have to adapt. They're just going to have to figure out how to talk and work with it, and they're months in treatment, right? So that's not. We should be using prototype try-ins to give our patients the ability to change and address the concerns that they have, right? So that's what we're all about here at Innovative Dental. That's why you should avoid permanent teeth in 24 hours. Go to somebody who can do a premium temporary and give you some time. I also want to point out this. This is the small print, the fine print. They use some words that I don't love because I think they're a little bit deceptive. One of here is considered to be permanent. So they're putting teeth in that they want you to think are your permanent, you're one and done, you never have to come back, right? But they're just using a material that's considered to be permanent because it's zirconia and it's screwed in, okay? Their expectation is if you complain, which there's a good chance you will, because as you heal, you get gaps, or you struggle with speech, or you don't love the way these new permanent teeth in 24 hours look or feel, they're gonna have to change them out. So we just don't try to put people in permanent teeth in 24 hours. We put you in beautiful teeth that are designed to last for many, many months, potentially a year if you needed them to. We put them in your mouth in 24 minutes right after the procedure, so you get to go home with screwed in teeth that are really nice, okay? And we do not convert dentures. I wanted to show this here because no one serious about doing this procedure is converting dentures. That's a straw man argument, right? So you're going to hear from these permanent teeth in 24 hours. They're going to say, you don't want to go there because they're converting dentures. That's the old school way. No one serious about this is doing that. They're 3D printing, or they're using a patented protocol like we do with a premium set of teeth already made. So when you come into the office for your smile day, I've got your premium set of teeth sitting back on a chair or on the desk because we've already got them ready for you, okay? All right, keep posting questions. I think we've got quite a few here. I will make sure I get to all of them. If that made sense about the 24-hour permanent teeth in 24 hours, please thumbs it up. And I'd love to hear your questions on that or anything else, okay? Here's some of the most common questions, and then I'm going to get to your pricing because I know people want to see that. So will I have to go without teeth? You look at the before and after. This is somebody who literally left our office with teeth screwed in. This is her the next morning. So no, you won't have to go without teeth. We make certain all of our teeth leave our office with, all of our patients leave our office with teeth. Will it hurt? Well, I don't know. Let's hear from these two guys.
Awesome. That's what I was going for. Not so white, baby, ain't white.
Mm-hmm.
But we're white.
Yeah.
Not too bad, right?
They matched the
If I can smile as well, I can't smile.
Not too bad, right?
Oh gosh, awesome.
Yeah.
He didn't put his initials on.
And then here's another great one. Yesterday, give us just a little insight into how you feel.
Today I feel great. I feel amazing. No pain whatsoever. A little bit of swelling, which is pretty normal, but I mean, other than that, the pain doesn't even exist.
Okay.
It's absolutely amazing.
Awesome. Smile for us, man. So this is less than 24 hours, right? We're looking at like maybe 13 hours ago we did the procedure. So feeling great. What about during the procedure?
During the procedure, I mean, to give you an example, I didn't even know that you'd even extracted my bottom teeth.
Cool.
I seriously, like, when I felt you guys hammering and actually setting the implants, I thought you were still messing with my teeth.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize they were gone at that point. So,
Nice. Nice.
amazing.
So
Very
safe to say, no pain, didn't hurt.
No pain.
Cool. So thanks so much. You're an awesome patient. I know this will help people, so I appreciate you. All right, pretty awesome, right? Those are two patients, both immediate post-op. One's next day, but he's given his example of how he feels. He's obviously not numb anymore, and he can explain to us how his procedure went. I got one more for you.
It's like you just throw them together.
I gotta do this with you.
Look at that. I was going to tell you I wouldn't do this if you were wearing black, but
Look like $1 million,
man, I feel like $1,000 million. This is
That's
amazing.
incredible.
Yeah.
$1,000 million would be $1 billion.
That's I can't think straight. Yeah.
So, just surgery yesterday.
Yeah. Look at that.
Heck yeah. You have his X-rays?
I'm in love.
I love it. So, how did you feel yesterday though? What was the experience like?
Oh, during the procedure? Flawless, painless.
Really?
Yes, literally painless, nothing. Went home, started taking medication. I slept like a baby. I mean, you see it.
Yeah.
I'm here.
It's
I love it.
fantastic. Sweet.
Don't doubt it. Do it.
He's also one of the coolest patients. He brought me a food chopper
yeah.
because I'm doing the soft food diet with him. So 20 days ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish 20 days early because I don't think I can do it for 110 days.
You're doing
It's
great.
a lot.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Yeah, cool.
I can't
Well, thanks so
recommend-
much.
Can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, you're awesome. Appreciate it. Cool, right? I mean, those are some patients that had a great experience and they shared with us. So thank you so much. Will you have enough bone? I get a lot. I think actually I just saw a few questions with that. So it's a common question. So thank God that technology's come so far. With the design work that we're able to do, we're able to really find minimal bone. And so for our patients with our protocol, we've helped a lot of people who have been told they don't have enough bone. So a 3D x-ray will confirm that. And then we're able to use zygomatic implants like you see here to engage bone in the cheek, which allows us to not have to graft, spend more money, more time waiting around for you to get your new smile. So even if you've been told that you're not a candidate, don't go for that until you get a 3D x-ray with somebody using a fully guided implant protocol like this, okay? That's the best solution. Well, I love the way my new smile looks. So we don't want to go into your smile day with any question of, are we going to have a beautiful or handsome smile? So this is all designed with that 3D imaging that we talked about. This is a 3-day post-op, okay? So you can tell that he's got some minor bruising, right? I don't know if you can all see that there, but that's all from, let me see. I don't know if the program lets me show you that with a mouse, but the minor bruising that he's got is because he had the procedure done 3 days before. So pretty incredible. It's proof that this smile was made immediately. So he left with that smile the very day we had his teeth come out. How do we make this process affordable? So you need to know these are the 5 components that really come into effect with dental implants. So the first one is going to be the implant. So if you're getting charged per implant, then what ends up happening is you're either going to do fewer implants than you should, or you're going to end up paying more than you should. And so with our office, we decided we do not want to have extra costs for more implants. So if your bone can take up to 8 implants, I'm going to place 8 implants and your fee would be the same. It's just a matter of giving you the best I can, right? Providers. So rather than being bumped around to multiple locations, multiple offices, trusting multiple people and multiple providers and teams to hold up their end of the deal and communicate well, we've decided in our office, this is a single provider protocol. So we do it all at Innovative Dental from start to finish. There's no one else involved in this process. We even control the lab, right? So the lab's actually inside of our office. The process. I can't tell you how many times I've heard patients that have had problems with this. They've asked questions about the process and the team wasn't really clear. Like, what's the lab? Who's going to make it? How many days? And am I going to have to heal? I mean, all these factors. If you don't have a process that's ironed out, it can take way too long, take many months beyond what it should. And it might cause you to have more travel, more expenses with missing work. And so the process needs to be ironed out. So we got the implant, the providers, the process, the lab, who's making the teeth. That's going to impact costs. And then finally, the materials. So if your lab is if you're sending out to China, you can do it really cheap. If you're doing it in office, it's going to cost more than just sending it to China, but you're going to get better results. There's great labs within the United States. But once again, sending back and forth communication is always a challenge. Doing it right in the office and controlling that variable for our patients has been super helpful. And then finally, like I said, the materials. I'm going to explain those two different types of materials on the market. There's a bunch of variables in this, right? So I don't want to get too down in the weeds, but I want to at least give you some examples of the two different type of materials you can expect. So here, let me go back real quick. So I did take a quick tour of the lab, and I want you guys to hear from Marith and see what we're doing here at Innovative Dental to fabricate and make your smile. Okay, this is one thing that sets us apart, so I think you should probably be able to see this. Oh, better. So now I'm in the Innovative Tooth Fairy layer. I don't know. We need to come up with a clever name for your spot. So, anyways, this is Marith, our Innovative Tooth Fairy. So she's working in our in-house lab for creating smiles. So this would be a smile that's being designed after we've done some intraoral scans, which would be here, and then this is kind of the design work we're doing, all relative to what the patient was able to wear and try in, or maybe even have in as a temporary. We use an extraoral scanner to get very accurate positions of all of our implant locations. You can do that as an intraoral scanner too. We just choose to use an extraoral scanner option. So tell me what's going on in this phase. I know we submit all these files and models to you. What are you trying to achieve here?
So basically we dial in your occlusion from after wearing your prototype.
And for those, occlusion is bite.
Yeah, after surgery. So our clinical team will scan your bite, and I will take that and make your first prototype post-surgery for you to wear. We build in that occlusion and get you all comfortable, and then we can recreate that and make it even more beautiful.
Okay, so when we're ready to kind of try something and make it, what are we doing now? We're going to do some 3D printing, right? So before we make it a reality in your mouth as a final, it's going to be printed out of a resin material that we're able to verify the way it looks, the way it feels, the way it functions. You're even able to wear it out of the office if that's something you're wanting to do. And I know she's hunting for an example, yeah. But we've got them before they have any pink gums, right? So you can see they look like that. Actual prosthesis there. This is actually one right there. So you can get an idea of kind of how that starts to look. So we'll screw that in, you'll try it. Once we verify we like it, take a new bite scan. So now we're really dialing in, getting the bite almost just dead on. So she'll design it again or tweak anything. Let's say you want my teeth a little bit wider, a little bit longer, whatever we want to change. We can even do another prototype. But if not, let's say you're going, I love it. Now what are we gonna do?
Straight to final. So we'll go with whichever material that you choose. It'll be either PMMA, 3D printed, or final zirconia. And right now, you can see the zirconia portion over here. I've already started layering. So it'll start basically from a green state.
Yep. Take us through the process of zirconia. So I think a lot of what I talk about in our webinar and on some of the channels is like how much can go into your final smile. And so you'll get to see here briefly what goes into that, but go ahead.
So here you can see a green state. It'll basically be 30% larger than what is actually in your mouth. So it looks pretty large here. It'll be milled out of a puck from our milling unit, and you can kind of see here.
There you go.
How large that is.
Right, so puck like that, get out an arch of teeth like that.
Yep.
Okay, let's show them the milling unit.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll come back.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Little field trip. We got chalk all over our hands now. So right over here is our milling machine, and you can hear it. It's milled out a couple arches there, and it's currently milling out a titanium bar, correct? So we're milling away multiple teeth. So once we get these milled out, then you're going to do some finishing in that green state, right? Yes. So green state's where it's like chalk. You see how?
Super delicate.
Yeah. So that's where we're going to get more detail. Yes. Shows kind of how you've done that. I think even that one there, you already have done it, right? A little bit?
Yes. So that'll be basically what it looks like. It'll be a little bit more of a rough form, but it'll be hand finished to more of a perfected state for the teeth. And actually, this is the same teeth, so you can see how much it actually shrinks.
Wow, it's comparison, right? So this is what they look like before. It's what they look like after, right? After it's baked in this oven at, oh gosh, what, 3,000 degrees? Something like that?
1,600 degrees
1,600 degrees Celsius. So yeah, do the conversion.
Yeah.
All right, comes out. It's hard.
Yep.
It's almost ready. It's white, but it's not all polished up. It's not all beautified yet. So now what? What are we doing over here?
So then I will come and I check fit and make sure the model that's converted on the day of surgery, everything is passive and fits perfectly. We check that, and then we start to layer. So right now I'm in the finishing touches of this one, but you can see how pretty it is.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can see that on, I think
actually maybe through the magnifying glass, maybe a little bit better.
Maybe even,
but,
oh wow, yes, that's incredible. No, cool, keep it there.
Yeah.
So you can really see the detail that's going into those. So you layer it, fire it in this oven, right? Multiple times.
Multiple times, yeah.
How many hours per arch do you think you're spending giving that type of detail to them?
Probably, it depends really. 4+ sometimes, just because each layer takes a certain amount of time, and we want to make sure that it's cool when we re-layer because of coefficient thermal expansion. So,
there you go. Yeah, that's a fancy term for it. It'll fracture and chip and break if you go too fast, right?
Yeah.
So, so anyways, I think after you're done there, you kind of put a glaze over it, you polish it, and sometimes attach copings if it's going to use some titanium bases to it, right?
Yeah.
So, and then after that, we're putting it in the mouth, right? So, now you guys can. I'll get back to it, but I know it took 5 minutes, but it's a nice little tour of the lab, the process. You can kind of see and visualize. We'll do something maybe that's a little bit more detailed in the future, with maybe less talking and transitioning and all that. But hopefully it gives you an idea of what kind of attention to detail. And definitely want to follow Marith on Instagram, Innovative Tooth Fairy. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so hopefully that was helpful. I know that we lost a few people on the stream because they probably thought it was too long, but I wanted you to see the back end story about how we make these teeth, because that's important, because that's where the switch can happen, right? We want to make sure that you understand the material, what it's going to look like, the detail that goes into it. This is the Innovative Tooth Fairy page, and so you want to go to Instagram, right, and then follow the Innovative Tooth Fairy. Pretty awesome stuff that she posts about how we do the smile transformations and the detail that goes into the final smile. So cool. All right, so here is your price. So Innovative Implant Smile, as low as $225 per month for what we call our standard. It's a nanoceramic material. It's durable, but it won't last forever, right? We're talking like our expectations is probably an average of 4 or 5 years. But, if you're clenching and grinding, it's going to be 1 to 2 years. If you have lots of tea, wine, soda, things that are going to stain teeth, then it's going to be less, right? So this material is great. It's affordable, and it gives an amazing aesthetic. It just isn't super durable. It's FDA approved for final. I just do not ever want to promise something that we can't deliver on. That FDA approval was last November. I got trust issues for longevity because I know nanoceramics do not wear like zirconia. So zirconia is the other option that we offer. It's definitely more of a premium solution. We call it our Innovative Implant Smile Premium. And it's what's going to be super durable, right? It's going to have, these are not it. I need to make sure that I clarify. This is monolithic zirconia. and this is layered zirconia. You can instantly tell the difference. We only do layered zirconia here. So monolithic is going to be painted on, right? Painted pink gums, and then layered is going to be porcelain layered onto the zirconia to make it look super natural and aesthetic. And that's what you're seeing there on the right. That detail is super helpful because you definitely want to see and hold this stuff, right? If you go to an office and they don't give you like an example to hold and touch and feel, that should be like something that's a little bit of a red flag, right? You definitely want to know what's going to be going in your mouth, and you want to know that it's not monolithic, in my opinion. Monolithic is not super attractive. Honestly, dentures look better than most monolithic zirconias. So this layered zirconia takes time. You can't turn around beautiful layered zirconia in 24 hours. That's part of the reason why I just made you watch a 6-minute video. If you're still with me, that's probably why I lost about 15 of you for a moment that are like, dude, I can't watch that video. But the devil is in the details, okay? So you owe it to yourself, if you're serious about this procedure, to do your research. So that's why I'm giving you an hour of time trying to put together a lot of detail that at least gives you as a consumer, a patient, a future patient, no matter where you go, some information that you'll be armed with to make a wise decision. You definitely don't want to look like the one on the left for design purposes or the prosthetic quality, right? Like I said, both of these are zirconia. So somebody might say, hey, we do zirconia, but if it's painted monolithic versus layered porcelain on zirconia, can we agree it's a big difference? Thumbs up if you like that. By the way, thumbs up if you like the video tour of the lab. Give me some feedback. I mean, like I said, I watched like 15 people disappear. Maybe it wasn't good. Maybe you didn't like it. Let me know. I'd like to get some feedback because obviously we're always trying to improve the webinar. Okay. So the Innovative Implant Smile Premium material, this is pretty white. So I'm not stoked with the detail on this one. I really should improve the image. The detail when you hold it is even better. So this is so white we kind of lose a little bit of the detail. The photo I showed you before is a better example. So this one on the right is really a better example of what our aesthetics is, what we're going for. Okay, but super durable material, and it's as low as $330 a month per arch. Okay. We expect these to last for many, many decades, okay? All right, how do we help people with the lower cost material? We want to make sure that we do some sort of warranty. That's why, oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. Let's go back. Maybe it'll load. There we go. So we offer this solution for you. It's $495 a year, so for $500 for a full year, but it gives you a yearly exam, 2 cleanings, and it will remake that nano ceramic standard material for you. So we will warranty it and remake it for you, and then you get a 10% upgrade to premium. So I think I've seen a question already that was, how do we upgrade? Is there an option to go to the zirconia after the nano ceramic? And so all you do is you pay the difference, right? It's not a full restart of the whole process, just paying the difference between the two. So you're not being penalized for not being, maybe it just didn't fit the budget to go right into the premium. And that's probably 15, 20% of our patients, something like that, that want to do something a little more affordable and then bump into the premium when they can afford that. All right, guys, give us a call. You see the number, you see the yoursmiledestination.com on the lower right. Go to idspringfield.com/begin if you want to start with just the internet. But if you want to give us a call and reserve your consultation, there's your number, 417-783-3161. You can pause it right there and get that number. Just give the offer code Innovative Smile, and they will give you up to $5,000 off.
The first
for
day
watching this.
when I came in and my teeth were extracted and you put the first set of my teeth in, I went home. I noticed that the pain in my shoulders was gone. The pain in my knees were gone. I was able to sleep for the first time in years. And I'd always heard that your mouth plays a major effect with other body parts, with infections and stuff like that. And since that day, when I lay my head down at night, I sleep. I can actually sleep. I'm a more restful person and just in an all-around better mood every day of my life. When I go to a restaurant now, whatever I want to eat is what I'm going to eat at that time. I remember eating Doritos with dip for the first time in 2 years. I was able to just eat Doritos and enjoy them. It was pain-free. It was great. And I'm going to get hard tacos on the way home tonight. So everything changed with the way I do business every day. This changes your life. It changes everything. To be able to smile, to be able to eat is worth the money that I paid to get this done. Don't shortcut it, because you're going to be just unhappy the rest of your life. My wife was unhappy for 15 years. She's smiling now. You know, she's smiling. And I thank everybody here from the bottom of my heart.
Pretty cool. Thanks so much, Bill. Love that testimony. You know, I've seen a number of patients. Tynesia, what's going on? I see you in the comments. Thanks for putting some in there for us, encouraging people. So if that was an encouraging testimony, please put a thumbs up, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future content. And then I want to make a promise to you. It's called the Equip Promise. I'm a dork when it comes to acronyms, so our team will tell you that. But it's just simple. I want us to make the promise to everybody, because this is a big thing to trust somebody with. You don't want to get gouged on price. You want to get a quality result. Nobody wants a cheap smile, right? But they don't want to be gouged on their price. They want a good value. Let's put it that way. So what I'm saying is, with what I know, I feel like we have positioned ourselves to be an incredible value for our patients, and I don't see people beating it. So if I'm feeling that way, I would like to make a promise to that effect, so that way people would know that they could maybe let me get a second opinion, guide them to what might be different, or what our price is, how our price is better than what maybe they're considering. So we will honor our promise to be the most affordable option for full arch implant treatment when it comes to the experience, right? The process of the treatment, the quality of the result, right? The implant, how many implants we're using, the quality of implants, not using mini implants, but using real solid, full-bodied implants. And then the price. How do we make sure that we offer a price that's with all these things considered, beating the market? Okay. All right. Got some questions. Hopefully, I think we've got them. It's time to go through them. Yeah, I've got the special offer for you guys. It's consultation pricing. Since we're at $357, I'll go ahead and give that to you. So the consultation pricing is going to be $100 for local patients. That is refunded the second you show up. We don't care about the consult money, right? We're here to help patients smile and get to a final smile with implants. And we can do that if people show up and are serious. And so what we've learned is that, hey, we'll extend the time really essentially for free. We're only taking $100 on the account until you show up, and we refund it. So if you're serious about wanting to do this and come to our office, we will refund the money and do our consultation, make sure you're a candidate, and try our best to help you. So that's $100 for local. It's $150 for virtual. A little bit more for those that are that we're going to be booking time for doing a Zoom presentation to and using that time. Okay, makes sense. So full credit goes towards treatment or refunded. Hopefully that's pretty clear. And then in-person consultations are definitely welcome for out-of-state patients. We have people that travel for that all the time. All right, enough of that. I want to make sure I answer your questions, and then I'm going to give you the 5 things you must ask a professional before you go forward with this treatment, okay? So if you're watching and you're not even considering coming here, I still got something for you. If you're considering coming here, please throw your questions in. I mean, even if you're not, I'd love to help you, but you know, I'm going to try to make the case for why you should come see us here. So let me throw these questions in front of the screen so it doesn't look like I'm looking over to the side. It's weird, right? All right. So Tara's from St. Louis. Yes, it's full mouth. If you're missing 13 teeth, not a big deal. We can work with that. Let's see here. Yeah, not a problem. We can help you for sure. You're missing teeth in the back. Yeah, if you're missing more than about 6 or 7 teeth, it's worth maybe considering an implant solution for your mouth for sure. Hey, what's up, Cassandra from Springfield, Illinois? So a couple hours away. We would love to see you. All right, Deanna said hello already. I think Miss Mandy. Yep. Lovely to see you, Miss Mona. Okay. You know, not a bad idea. I will say this: we get a lot of referrals because people just want their friends and family to get, great service or what they feel is the best. Hopefully, that's not a bad idea. Maybe we'll implement something like that. All righty. Danny Sexton, thanks. What's up? Let's see. I think we had Stacy from Lebanon. What's going on? Welcome. Spokane. Okay. Kirsten from Maryland. What's going on? This looks amazing. Thanks so much. Like I said, I'm scrolling through your questions here. GMS Santana, thanks for the comment. Tynesia, yes, she is. I think she said 19 weeks post-op. Yep. So she's doing well. Thanks so much for the compliment. I know you probably felt the same about our incredible team. But I appreciate it. How is pain management? Great question. So you can see during the procedure, it's painless. Even after those patients are in great spirits, they're not having any pain. And so what we do is we use a pain med immediately, right in between upper and lower arches. So we're kind of getting it on board. And then we have it right after the procedure as well. So our patients are leaving pretty darn comfortable and should be able to manage the pain and get great sleep. One of the questions I ask our patients consistently is, how was your sleep? And most, if not all, will say, had a great night's sleep, got plenty of rest. And so that's encouraging, right? So you're able to get nice rest, and then the next day you're feeling pretty dang good. The worst of it's going to be within the first 24 hours typically. And then after that, it becomes pretty smooth sailing for people. I've had most people say, like you heard from Brian, most people say that like single tooth, like crowns, root canal crowns, even single tooth extractions can be more painful than their full mouth reconstruction. Pretty crazy. What's up, Delina from Kansas? We got quite a few patients from Kansas. We'd love to see you. Do you do the snap in denture? So we do for the lower. That's 2 implants, snap in, snap out. We do offer that. Other docs in our office do that procedure. It's a good solution that's very affordable. It's still a denture, so I only do procedures that are fixed on implants that don't come in and out. You're in person next Friday, Mercury. Awesome. We'll see you then. Looking forward to seeing you. All right, what's the difference between permanent denture and an implant? Just curious. So those that are jumping on or on the live implant webinar, go ahead and throw in your questions. This is question time, question and answer time. So, but yes, and if I answer your question and you like it, throw a thumbs up there. All right. What's the difference between permanent denture and an implant? Just curious. So permanent denture would typically be what people are referring to is likely a snap in, snap out denture. I guess they could be referring to one that's screwed in. Denture is a really terrible term because most people have an association with something that has flanges and then has what flanges would be up around your gums, so it fits like this. Ours are fitting like bridges, so they touch your gums, but they're not wrapping around your gums. Does that make sense? And then dentures obviously come in and out, so the term permanent dentures is a little confusing. I would call ours more like implant bridges, all on 4 implant bridge, all on 6 implant bridge, 3 on 6 implant bridge. But dentures are made out of acrylic, typically going to snap in, snap out at best on implants if they're talking about that is a denture. So hopefully that helps. I know it can be kind of confusing, but the models, hopefully, if you go back to some of those slides, will help make sense. All right. Cheryl from Branson, what's going on? You got to jump on up here. I'd love to see you for a consultation, see if you're a great candidate. What if you don't have the bone? I hopefully answer that for you, Bonnie. Most of our patients do. And even if you've been told that you don't, there's a great chance with a guided, patented protocol that perfectly places implants, and we can use zygomatic bone, so cheekbone, we might have a solution that works for you, okay? So until you've kind of maybe gotten a 3D x-ray, hopefully by maybe someone like us, I wouldn't rule it out. Awesome. Thanks, Jax, for joining. Yeah, thank you, Miss Mandy, Tanesia. You said I was also worried about the pain. I did need the pain meds beyond day 2. It was phenomenal. Yeah, so there you go. There's a patient telling you how her recovery was. Thank you for that. Yeah, you're staying at home mom. Can you use my husband? Absolutely. We use other people's credit. It fails cosign for you, right? So we're happy to help you with that. Not a problem. All right. Yeah, they do make you look younger, right? Big difference. Teeth make people look a lot younger. Thanks again for your feedback there, Tanisha. I think that's helpful for people to see. Yeah, you get compliments. That's great. I love hearing that. That means improved life for sure. All right. Yeah, I'm on the 90-day soft food diet. So Vicky's asking here. So if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I've been doing a 90-day soft food diet. The reason is anytime our patients do an implant procedure, we screw in teeth immediately, which means that when you leave our office, you can chew and eat. And if you're chewing heavy foods, the implants might move. If you're chewing soft foods and you're being careful with load, then we won't move the implants. And so I ask all my patients to do this. I thought it would be a great idea 2.5 months ago to jump on this and do a 90-day soft food diet. So I am like 75 days in. I've got another 2 or 3 weeks here to finish it up. May 1st is my last day. But I've been doing great. I've been enjoying it. I've eaten foods that maybe I don't normally eat. I do miss steak. But you definitely can adapt to it. I've been on a vacation with my family for a full week where I had to adjust. So trying to relate to the things that I ask my patients to do for obviously 3 months, doing it myself at least once in my life. So, all right. I think we got maybe a few more questions. Keep throwing them in there. I'm trying to make sure I get to them all. My promise to you guys is if you ask a question, I'm not going to let you leave you hanging if you'll keep reminding me here. So I'm going to make sure I get through them all. Is the price difference move up if you move up single implants compared to all in? Yeah. So I don't recommend people get in the single implant business. You'll waste a lot of money and it's time consuming because you have to wait to load single implants in the back, especially. So when we place 4 to 6 to 8 implants, we can screw in teeth immediately, right? So you leave with teeth. You don't have to be missing this tooth for 6 months, missing this tooth for 6 months. That's the downside of single tooth implants. Plus, you spend a lot more money. So yeah, you don't want to be doing one implant at a time. I'm thinking that's what you were asking, but I'm not sure. So if I wasn't clear on that, Thumper, and I didn't help you out, definitely let me know. I want to make sure I can rephrase it maybe, and I'll try again. Yeah, about how long did the premium implants last? So the premium is going to be many decades is my expectation, okay? You're going to get a 5-year molar-to-molar warranty. Super clever, right? Okay. But the teeth, where our expectation of zirconia, when it's done correctly, bites correct, and you're not abusing it, is going to be many decades, potentially a lifetime, right? There's no procedure that we offer in our office that has a better long-term prognosis than an implant screwed in set of teeth. There just isn't. So I know that nothing is permanent in life or in the body, but this is definitely the most permanent thing we can offer a patient. Okay. Most predictably, right? Yeah, Donald, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I'm glad you were watching this. He was considering the 1-day turnaround. See, as a non-patient, right? So, as a non-dental professional, it sounds amazing. Well, gosh, I can go get teeth permanently done in 24 hours, but you can't cut the corners and get a nice result, a premium result, I should say. And even if you did, it's out of darn luck, right? There's no way to factor in all these variables, and you got to heal first. So for all the things I said earlier, fit, feel, bite, function, and the aesthetics and the smile, those are all subjective, or a lot of them are subjective. And so we need to get these prototypes in the mouth and let patients really adapt and make sure. I call it heal, adapt, and evaluate. You got to do those 3 things as a patient with a new set of teeth. Anytime we transform everything, right, in your mouth, which is good, but anytime we do something dramatic, you're going to need to have time to heal, adapt to the new thing that we did, the new smile, the new bite, and then evaluate it, right? You have an opinion, and your opinion should be heard. And if changes can be made to the prosthesis to improve your smile or make it more optimal, then those things should be done. And if we're trying to swing for a home run every time, we're going to strike out a lot, right? That's another way to think about it for those sports analogy people. If you're trying to swing for a home run on all these cases with patients' monies and their mouths, you're going to strike out a lot and leave people in a spot that isn't ideal. So, all right. All right. Yeah, so awesome. We've helped people from overseas. So Lily's asking, she lives in Trinidad. How long would I have to stay in the U.S. to have my procedure completed? So the nice thing is really it's just a short visit for the first one to get all of the records. Then for your smile day, we would want to just see you for really probably 4 or 5 days. Don't need to stay longer than that. 3 is probably minimal, but maybe since you're out of the country, 4 or 5 days. And then for the last appointment, that completion phase, 1 week. So there's really no way for me to cheat the three total appointment protocol, because if I don't see you 3 times, I can't plan correctly, I can't create an amazing smile, and then I can't complete the amazing smile. So those 3 things, there's just no way to cut those corners. I wish there was. I don't see myself ever doing that. We want people to have smiles they love, not like. I know it sounds kind of silly, but we want people to love their new smile. All right. So our waiting list, how's it going, Donald? So what we do is we have myself and Dr. Gray are both doing this procedure. Right now, I think we're booked out 5-6 weeks. And so we would love to be able to add you into that. So that's about the wait, right? I can do it as short as 3 to 4 weeks, but our schedule's pretty packed. We have a few openings, I think, still in May. That gives you an idea. All right. Awesome. Thanks for jumping on, Perez. Appreciate it, Cassandra. Thanks so much for giving the thumbs up. Hey guys, if you're still watching, I know we still have 37 people. Looks like they're still on. Please, if you haven't already, smash the thumbs up button. Let's get it over 45. It's at 34 right now. Let's get it over 45 likes. I think we had 45 last week. This crowd this week's even more interactive, right? You guys have some great questions. So maybe we can bump the likes from 35 to 50. I don't know. We'll see. All right. The lab process was great. I was a bit nauseating with your quick movements. Yeah. So I think I'm going to rethink that and do it a little bit more professional. I just wanted to do it on the fly. So yeah, where's your IT guy? We'll try to clean it up a little bit. I'm always trying to be transparent. I think transparency is huge, right? It helps people know that we're all real people just helping other people, and that there's a reason we do things the way we do in the process. So that's kind of why I wanted to do that. But I totally get it. Probably a little nauseating for people. That's why we dropped a few. Sweet, we're on 39. You guys are rocking it. You're filling up the likes there. I appreciate it. So this is Ashley. She had hers done back in March. Yeah, she did awesome. I can't wait to finish up your smile, Ashley. Hopefully you're loving it. I know that last week you said you were, so that's awesome. And then let's see. Yeah, if you're traveling from Indiana, Miss Mandy, so no big deal. We have people from all over. That can be done. So you would come to our office for the initial impression and records. We're going to talk about your smile. We're going to make sure we start developing the nice plan for your new smile. Then you would come back, and roughly about 4 to 6 weeks later, then we do the smile creation. You'd be here for a few days on that second visit. Then you'd go heal for 4 to 6 months, right? You don't have to come back immediately. You can just go heal and get on with your life, back to it. Obviously, a soft food diet for the first 90 days. But then after that, we're going to convert it to the premium smile and dial it all in, right? So we're going to, if you want the teeth to be a little whiter than your same-day smile teeth, we'll do that. If you want them to be longer, we can make these adjustments, right? Canines more pointed, more rounded. So all these like little factors of your smile that you might want to fine tune, we're going to be there to help you get there with a prototype try-in and then converting it to a final. So hopefully that makes sense and it's clear there. Good question. We'd love to see you. Hey, thanks for saying hello from overseas. Arnold, I think. Osario. So thanks for saying hello. Jacob, what's going on? Thanks for jumping on. We're at 42 likes. Just a few more, guys. Give me a few more. Get maybe to 45. Let's just beat last week. Can you do the process same day as a consult? I don't want 2 trips. Yes. So Deborah, no, we won't do it that way. I'm sorry. I wish I could. The reason I won't do the process same day as the consult is, first and foremost, we're booked out with our appointments. That just doesn't fit our schedule. First of all, your scheduled turnaround would be very quick, right? So your procedure is going to be an hour to an hour and a half, but that's because we do all that planning. So if you go back and you watch, probably like I was probably minute 15, 20 minutes in, I go over all the planning that goes into this procedure. That planning is super important for your amazing new smile, but we can't do that planning without time. And so we need to take proper records. We need to plan it and then do your procedure. So we're not seeing people the same day or next day. Once again, that goes along with that idea of permanent teeth in 24 hours. What are you getting with permanent teeth in 24 hours, right? What are you getting? If you walk into an office today and you go, hey, I would like you to take out my teeth, place implants, screw in a set of teeth, and I want it done today or tomorrow. Just kind of wrap your brain around that. Like, how is that going to happen? How is that doctor? How are the assistants? How's everybody preparing for this, right? There's just no way to do that and do it to a high level. And if this is my smile or my patient's smile, right? Because that's the reminder I always make is like, yeah, I want my patients to have a smile that I would be comfortable doing on myself, right? So there's just no way I would be comfortable seeing myself tomorrow without any sort of planning and lead up to delivering an amazing smile. Yeah. Good questions though. If you have dentures already, what is the process going forward? Cost of dentures look good. Yeah. So if you already have dentures, then we're set. Like we literally can take a scan with you wearing those dentures. It'll give us all of the records we need, right? We plan the new smile. It can be the same as what you kind of have and just use implants, or we can adjust from there. So yes, if you've already got dentures, no big deal for us. We can work from that with our planning. So great. So Sanja, I will let some of the people that have commented be the authority on that because they went through it, right? I obviously am going to give you my opinion based off of what patients tell me, but it's obviously secondhand. Their comments would be firsthand. But I think you'll notice in the comments section, a number of people said that they've had no issues with comfort. They did really well. The pain was minimal. And if you go back and watch some of the videos, Sanja, I don't know if you saw some of the patients that shared their experience. I recorded that for them to talk to you and kind of give you some insight on what they went through. Brian's a good one if you go back and listen to Brian. Yeah, Annabelle, so give us a call, man. Call us or go to yoursmiledestination.com. I think our phones probably have stopped ringing through, so go to yoursmiledestination.com, and we'd love to see you guys. Yeah, we'd love to take care of you, Annabelle. Natalie, what's going on? From Saratoga, Wyoming. Awesome. What would be the best format of x-rays to send you? So we for the consult, we just need to have, if you've already got bite wings and PAs, periapicals is what they're called, whatever records you've got, our team will work with you to get those. Obviously, we're going to want some photos too, and you can take those with your smartphone. And so you go to yoursmiledestination.com, and that has directions there for you, okay, to do that. Zero down, Sanja, so we don't require any money down. We can do those payment options with a 675 plus credit score or a cosigner that helps you get to that 675. Okay, good question. All right, I know we still got some people on there. I'm going to be wrapping up here shortly. I think I'm getting to the bottom of the questions, but please throw them on there if I haven't answered yours yet. And let's give it a few more likes, get us over 50 maybe. Yeah, the implants are attached, the teeth are attached to the implants. They're all one solid set. We can break them out, but there's going to be some ramifications for that. If you do sections, right? Like 3-on-6, you're going to get a little less strength from having it all connected. But yes. Yep. How long after the consultation would someone have to wait to get the procedure? So our turnaround time right now, Donald, depending on for my schedule, probably going to be, I think we're like 5 or 6 weeks. For Dr. Gray, you probably get you in 3 or 4 weeks. So, and he's phenomenal. So if I've trained him here at Innovative Dental, you're in good hands with either one of us. But he's probably going to be a little more open on the schedule for that treatment right now because he does a lot of other treatments. I only do this. This is the only thing I do. I have dentures now and are so uncomfortable. It's so hard to eat. Yeah, no kidding, right? No, it's not the same with implants. You can eat anything and everything you want, no restrictions, and people do really, really well. What were some of your favorite soft foods? Yeah, so honestly, things that I don't eat a lot of, but I eat a lot. I eat a lot of baked potatoes now. I like those. Those are phenomenal. Ground meats. I don't usually have a lot of ground meat, but I've been eating a lot more of that. Seafood. I do love seafood, but I've had things, gotten a little more creative, like scallops. I've had a lot of different types of fish that I maybe wasn't eating before. So that's another one. A lot of sauteed vegetables. So I saute a lot of vegetables. If you have a Blackstone or a flat top griddle, you're set with a soft food diet, because you can just saute a ton of stuff. You can do fried rice. I mean, there's so many things you could do that would be soft foods that are very tasty. So I've enjoyed those because that's a little off of what my traditional diet might be. Yeah, so do I offer ceramic implants? No, we only do titanium here. I do not trust ceramic. So I'll just say this here. I have a little bit of trust issue with things I haven't used that I've had great success with. I don't really go off of what the claims are in marketing, or what the company is paid for. That's why you heard me earlier. The material that we use here is phenomenal. We love it. It is hard, but it just got its FDA approval for permanency, and we 3D print it. I'm not going to tell patients it's a permanent material because I don't know how well it's going to hold up in the mouth, because I've not had it in the mouth of patients that long. So I know it's better than what I have used. So I know that I can give a decent certainty that it's going to give people a few years, and maybe 5 or 10, depending on how much you clench and grind your teeth. But I'm not going to overpromise. Same thing goes for titanium versus ceramic. Ceramic is a new implant. I can tell you it's way more brittle than titanium, and I have serious concerns with how it's going to perform. Titanium is the standard in the body, right? We use it for joint replacements, knee replacements, shoulders. I have titanium screws in my knee from an ACL surgery. So titanium's where it's at. I trust it. I've probably placed over 10,000 implants now. Okay. So if I've placed that many implants, I know it's something I can trust. I know it works well. I can't see myself ever changing, just because it's really amazing. Okay. Let's see here. We got a few more questions. Vicky says, to have virtual consultation, what would you need to make a decision if the patient is a candidate? So we do a 3D X-ray. So yeah, we can give you some basic feedback on a virtual. It's not really fully understand. We can't really be certain until we see you and do a 3D X-ray. Now, that being said, I hardly ever miss that diagnosis, right? So when we do a virtual consultation, if I have good access to your records, I can at least give you a pretty good idea of bone quality and quantity with your X-rays. And I can be pretty careful on not over promising you there. Okay, so definitely give us a shot to meet in a virtual if you're from ways away. If you're within 4 or 5 hours, definitely just come on in for a in person. After you do the all-in-6 restoration and go for permanent, there is space. No, so there's not. That's a great question, Mito. So that's why we wait. We wait for the gums and bone to fully heal so we don't have space in our final set of teeth, right? That's super critical. We want things to fit and feel amazing. And to do that, we need to have healing first. So heal, adapt, evaluate. So every patient, what should they be doing after the surgery? They should be healing. They should be adapting to their new smile. They should be evaluating, does it feel and look like the way they want it to look? Does it feel like a nice pair of jeans, right? Comfortable pair of jeans. That would be the things that I know my patients, I want them to have. Good. How long does the process take? So the procedure is literally an hour to an hour and a half per arch. So arch would be upper and lower. That's including teeth coming out, implants going in, impression taken, sutures made, and screwing in the set of teeth that very day. So the reason it's so fast and it doesn't take hours and hours and hours, this procedure usually takes 3, 4, 5 hours per arch. Why can we do it so fast? It's the master planning. Speed's not the important thing. Quality is the important thing. But because it's master planned, it's very efficient. Okay? And we're using a guided protocol to do it. So a lot of computer, a lot of CAD CAM, a lot of 3D printing and milling going on to make this happen. Yes, price for premium straight cost. Give us a ring. We will give you all the straight costs. There is some variables, right? If you have teeth coming out, that can change just a little bit. We do have that. So we would be happy to do that for you, Deborah. But I can assure you, if you're comparing this to the country and the averages, we're going to be at or better priced than them. All right. Mito asks another question here. Says, after you do all-in-6 restoration and going for permanent, there's no permanent space between the tissue and the new set of teeth. Yeah, so there's no space, and then so water picks are how people typically clean. All right, we still have 33 people on. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't already, right? If you've jumped on, let's get this over 50 likes. That's pretty cool. What a great audience. I'm here to answer your questions. I know I'll keep answering until we trail off and there's not very many left, or there's no questions left. I'll make sure I get through all the questions here. So, all right, so let's see. After the first vid is done, when can the teeth be done? So, Sanjay, if you come in for that consultation, we'll take all the records at your consult, and then we're looking at it like a 4 to 6 week turnaround, depending on the schedule. That's going to be based off of availability on our schedule, planning, right? Another one that's really important, right, guys? You don't want somebody taking out all your teeth, putting in implants, and expecting you to heal really well if they haven't verified that your overall health is well, right? So know that we're going to have a doctor, we're going to have a primary care sign off. So that's another thing that we got to have in that time period. So somebody asked earlier, doing procedure the same day or next day. That's another reason why that's just not safe. Like I would not want to take somebody who I just met and tell them I'm going to deliver a smile today or tomorrow and not know their full health history, make sure they're going to be safe during this procedure, make sure their doctor knows this, blood pressure, bleeding, diabetes, all of these factors we want to know. We definitely want to create a nice smile, but we want to do it safely. Okay. So yeah, that's another reason why we need that space. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, Brandy, I'd love to see you. Please make an appointment. If you, like I said, kind of the threshold for affordability for people, right, is 675 plus credit score or a cosigner that has that. $225 a month per arch, so that'd be $450 a month if you're doing a full mouth, is the kind of the threshold for us to be able to start doing a full implant system, screwed in set of teeth, and keeping you out of denture, getting you out of denture, and giving you an amazing, healthy smile. Is financing an option? Absolutely. We finance probably, 70%, 80% of our patients. So it's really common that we finance. Awesome. You guys are fantastic. Yeah, Brandy, that sounds like you might be a great candidate to help you out. So how many trips total? 3. So 1 for consultation, 1 for your smile day, and 1 to complete it. Okay. Do I need any dental assistants? Always. We're always looking to hire amazing people. Okay. So I'll just say this. If you're going, hey, I want to be a team member at Innovative Dental, we are always on the lookout for incredible individuals that love people and are in it for the right reasons, which is to help people smile, encourage them through the process, understand that they're going through a difficult time in their life probably when they're doing this, or at least it's a big trust factor. And so if that's the individual that you are, you'd be a prime candidate for a team member at Innovative Dental. That's what we're looking for in our interviews. So we're looking for people that skills, yes, but people, personality, care for other people, how you answer questions about taking care of individuals in your life and our patients. That's going to be more important to me. Will you ever consider upper snap on and off? No. Yeah, upper snapping it off to me is just not worth it. It's too expensive for what it gives you. In order to get a snapping it off in the upper arch, that gets rid of the palate. It's going to require 4 implants. Well, 4 implants placed correctly is going to be a screwed in set of teeth. So why are we doing that, right? So the only benefit too of 2 implants is going to be snap in, snap out for like retention, but the palate gives great retention. So I just can't make a good case for why we're doing dentures or snap in on the upper arch. I don't really understand it. I think a lot of docs probably feel the same way. Got to pick the kids up. Yeah, unfortunately, my wife just did that too. So they just got out of school. By the way, my son Riley, I showed earlier, won this spelling bee today, right? Not for me. I'm a terrible speller. If this was all up to me spelling on this presentation, it would be way off. But my son's, my 9-year-old little guy, just turned 9. Riley there got first place in the class spelling bee. So shout out, buddy. Nice job. If he's watching, probably not. Do I offer true implant bridge? So this is just their phrasing, right? That's talking about the implant bridge. They branded it as true implant bridge. And then yes, we do. Okay. I think there is one. Maybe you're not referring to that, but yes, we do offer an implant bridge that doesn't require bone reduction. No fake gingiva. Yes. Right. So that is an option. That's usually called 3-on-6. You need to know if that's the right solution for you. And I can talk you through that. If it is the right solution for you, yes, we can absolutely do that. Thanks, Chips. Good question. Good. I'm glad it's been helpful. Yay. Looking forward to seeing you. I think we're 31 people still on. That means maybe some people still have questions, or they had a question they're still hoping I'll answer. Yeah, try Filipino chicken adobo. Oh man, and another one I've loved is Thai food. I love Thai food, and I don't usually get it. Although spicy food doesn't love me, but I love it. I don't know why. It's one thing I love in life. It doesn't love me back. I'm sure there's a few others. All right, not sure of the entire price, but put down half. Could you work with it? So we work with lenders, and so the credit score component is really their decision. And what we've noticed is if you can get 675 in your credit score and at $225 a month per arch, we're able to get many approvals. So understand it's not our decision. We do assist, right? We pay the fee, the finance fee, which is usually at $1,500 or so. So we're going to help you, right? People maybe don't realize that financing isn't free. Like they don't just give it to you and then charge you an interest rate. They do obviously charge an interest rate, but they're going to charge us, the office, a finance fee because it is no recourse. They're not going to come back and repo your teeth should you fail to make payment. All right. I think we've got a few more questions. Other than needing to crown the teeth next to it, what are the disadvantages of bridges? Yeah, I do individual implants over bridges. Bridges wear on the teeth next to them. They cause more root canals. They cause fracture. They're difficult to clean. They require more reduction than typical crowns do. So yeah, I don't love bridges. Yeah, so we do full mouth extractions and implants under a sedation technique with Valium and prominent local anesthetic. You heard from all the patients, hopefully, how they're comfortable and the procedure goes by very quickly. They're out of it. They're not aware of everything. They're kind of clueless, and they don't have any pain during the process. So that's the big deal. We also avoid the recovery challenges with general sedation, with intubation, bladder control, not being able to control your airway, all of those effects, and just the full recovery of that. Yeah, so Mary, how long does it take to heal? So gums and tissue are healed within really days, maybe a week, right? So that's very fast. The things that might take a little longer to heal that you don't really notice is the bone locking into the implants and the tissue fully settling. So the bone locking into implants is what we call osseointegration. Osseointegration is a period of typically, we don't know for certain, right? Science is not, we can't see everything, but our estimation is somewhere in that 8 to 12 week time period, we get osseointegration. Just means the implant now is grabbed by your bone and it's not going anywhere. So the initial placement of an implant isn't osseointegration. It's just friction. It's just tightness. And so you won't feel that at all, but the implant will lock into the bone or the bone will lock into the implant. And then we like to give minimum 16 weeks or so. So we're getting most of the tissue and bone healing before we're going to start fine fitting your final. Woo, that's a lot of F's right there. Fine fitting your final. So hopefully it answers you there. Thanks for jumping on, Mary. Yeah, after all is finished, then what, Cassandra? So we like to see you at least once a year. Really no need to take off the prosthesis unless we have a lot of tartar buildup or anything getting trapped next to an implant, something like that. But that's pretty rare. So very rarely do we take these out, especially the premium. They're so slick, they don't really trap any tartar or plaque. So yeah. Okay, I know some of you guys probably want to know the 5 things. If you're still on, you're probably waiting for that. So hopefully, I think you guys have had some great questions though. Spongy gums doesn't mean no bone. I'd love to see you, Vicky. You might have bone and you just don't know yet. So we need to take a 3D. Thanks, Annabelle. Right, Riley's a good job, man. You know, excelling in school. He loves school. That's not a bad thing, right? That's good. So how long between smile day and completion? So this can be done at, honestly, what we're waiting on, Deborah, here is we're waiting on you to heal, adapt, and evaluate your smile. This healing is about a 10 to 12 week. I just told you it's osseointegration, about a 12-week process. We don't want to push the timeline because we want those implants to lock healthily in the bone. And then the adapting, evaluating, and getting that fully tissue healed, I usually like to get us right around 16 weeks minimum before I'm going to start taking impressions. The great news is you're not suffering. You're going to be in great smile, screwed in on implants. It's not a difficult thing. Most people are not even remotely begging me to finish. They love the smile they have during the temp phase. So, all right. Yes, go to Your Smile Destination. That's where you can send those photos in. Tara, thank you. Yeah. So you will be able to file benefits for general dentistry. If you have insurance, we'll go over all that detail at your consult. So probably because they don't want to talk in details about insurance if we haven't been able to scope out your insurance plan, right? I don't think people understand when you call with your insurance, we don't instantly have all of what it covers and what we're going to cover with it, right? So we need to have time for us to submit that to it. We are able to submit that and get all your information back, and then we'll have that discussion at your consult. Make sense, Cindy? Hopefully. All right. Yeah, okay, I'm going to get to these 5. All right, guys. Sweet. You guys have done really well. 52 likes. Maybe we get a few more, maybe not. I don't care. You guys crushed it. Great questions. There's still 27 of you, so I'm going to jump over to the last few things I promised you I'd get to, and that's the 5 things you need to know. Essential questions, right? 5 essential questions before you get this done. So I think I've answered a lot of this, but this is really important to me that you get this. Even if you're going to go someplace else or here, you need to know this. Hopefully I've landed this idea of you must ask when choosing somebody you can trust. Permanent teeth in 24 hours. Hopefully understand that this is not something that I believe is desirable. I think more people know about it and what's happening in this process. They're not going to want 24-hour permanent teeth. It sounds good. It is not. They're not even truly permanent according to their own admission. They know that people that are promising this, they know that your gums and bone don't permanently heal overnight. And they also know that maybe you're going to want changes made to those teeth because you haven't had a chance to adapt and evaluate. Right? So healing, adapting, and evaluate have to happen. You can't turn around permanent teeth in 24 hours that are beautiful, fit, function, bite correctly, have the best aesthetics, and fit your smile. It's just not feasible to do that 100% of the time. Once again, best way to say it, baseball analogy, if you swing for a home run every time, you're going to strike out often. Okay? What lab is used? That's an important question. So, oh shoot, I'm not putting that up there for you guys. There you go. You know what? Yeah. So permanent teeth in 24 hours, what lab is used? Really critical, guys. If you're using, if you ask them what lab, hey, who's your lab? And they don't know, or they can't tell you it's someplace that is predominantly doing, by the way, if they tell you what lab, you can easily Google that lab. And if they're a lab that has this procedure as an offer to dentists, you're in good shape. It means that they're routinely making it, right? If they don't want to tell you, that's kind of weird. Why? Are you making them overseas? Like, where are these being made? Good question, right? And if they're making it in office, that's even better. So that's what we do here. 3, are the fees flat? The last thing you want to do is commit to this treatment, get it done, and then they nickel and dime you to death, right? First of all, you're going to feel really slimy. You're going to already be committed So what are you going to do, right? I promise all of our patients we fix the fee, we take care of you, and there's no surprises with that. We are going to be 100% transparent and upfront. Last thing I want is to give people any impression that we're trying to cheat them. I'm certain I work hard for my money. I'm sure you guys do too, right? So we're working hard. It's it's tough to go to work and pour your heart and soul into it. It's rewarding, but you still work hard for it. So I know when you're trusting us with lots of money that you've worked hard for, we need to be transparent and not be taking advantage of you. And I promise you that's the way we look at it. You don't want to have variable fees, okay? Who is the doctor? Okay, this is a big one. If you go to a place and you have a consultation and you don't get to meet the doctor, that should be a red flag, like total red flag. If you don't know who, and if it's multiple doctors involved, you should get to meet both of them. And you should get to talk to them. You should get to see what they're going to be doing. If it's one doctor, great. But if it's multiples, you should get to meet both. You should be able to ask them questions that make sure that they're both on the same page, right? And that you feel like you could trust both of them. This is something I really want to stress because you're trusting a person. And at the end of the day, I would love to tell you everything goes perfectly, but it's called medicine. It's called life. Not everything goes perfect. At some point, you could potentially be somebody who needs somebody to have character and take good care of you, address a problem. Maybe you don't heal perfectly. It's rare, but right, who wants to be stuck in a spot where you trusted somebody and you find out that they're not of great character and moral? And hopefully you can sense that in the discussion. I think you can. So have these discussions with the doctor, get to meet them. And if you have a bad vibe, get the heck out. That's the last point. Trust your gut. If you're talking to people in the office and they don't all seem to be on the same page and they seem like they're hesitant when they answer and you don't get confidence, just don't make the bad decision, okay? Keep searching. I had a patient last week on the webinar say they searched for, I think I was their 22nd or 3rd office. Wow, that's a lot. But they finally landed on us and decided to trust us after that many consults, right? So definitely keep looking. And I would tell patients that come here, by the way, I'm confident enough with our team and the quality of work we provide that if you come to our office and you're not sold and you're not confident, I would encourage you to definitely get a second opinion. What are you going to do with that second opinion? I think you're going to go find somebody that's not maybe as competent or clear or doesn't give you the same sense of trust, but you may find somebody that is better for you. So either way, it's a better patient, right? For us, you're going to either trust us more and it's going to be an easier process, right? You're going to follow the instructions. You're going to love us as a provider. We're going to love you back as a patient. It's going to be a good relationship. So trust is all good relationships built on trust, right? No difference here. All right, guys, I'm going to blaze through the smile of the week and then I'm going to end it, man. This has been the longest webinar I think I've done. So hopefully if you've been, definitely put a comment in if you've been on the whole time. Like I've been going for, I think almost an hour and almost 2 hours. That's a long webinar. But yeah, check out the smile transformation. By the way, he's in the standard. These are not zirconia and they look pretty amazing, right? I mean, he went pretty white, but man, he's got a nice smile. Looking healthy, way healthier. I mean, I love that. What a nice transformation. All right, guys, at some point, I hope soon for all of you that are interested, this is the photo we're taking. I've got so many more I need to add, but this gives you a brief understanding of the photos I want to take with you because this means you get to go live your life, enjoy all of life's moments, smile freely, not suffer anymore, and just get on with it, right? So that's what I'm hoping you get to do by coming to Innovative Dental and trusting our team with your smile. So thanks so much, guys, for staying so attentive. I think I got all of your questions. How long between consultation and smile day? Minimum of 4 weeks for that planning and schedule there, Deborah. And I think LaDonna had a great question here. She says, she had her uppers done on April 1st. Oh, thanks so much. She says, we were awesome and we have compassionate staff. She loves your new smile. Facility state of the art. So thank you for posting that, LaDonna. That means a lot. Compliments from our patients, reviews from our patients. It really is incredible. We love those. All right. Thanks, Marie. It's been good. I love this stuff. So going for this long, not a big deal. You guys have been very fun audience today. So thanks so much. Hopefully, you got enough information. You're excited to move forward with treatment. But hey, everybody's in a different spot in their readiness. And so if you have more questions, you're just not ready, keep tuning in, watch the live implant webinar. If you have another decision maker, tune in maybe next week, right? So if they didn't get to watch this with you, or you can watch this on replay. We have other YouTube videos that I discuss treatment. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've got some great podcasts coming out. One of them is going to be, I'm hoping by the end of this week, but it is going to be with Josh. I've been touting this one for a few days now, but it's going to be our Smile in the Wild podcast. I love it. It's interviewing a patient long form, 30, 45 minutes, getting to hear all their interactions with our office and their experience. And then we have the other podcast, which is going to be all on experts. And it's going to be interviewing other dentists, other providers, other surgeons that do this procedure. You're going to get hear them from a patient perspective, right? Where it's going to be talking non-jargon, hopefully, that is helping you understand better things about this treatment. So thanks so much, guys. What made me want to be a dentist there, Annabelle? I'll answer that. Probably not what makes me go on and on about it now. When I got out of dental school, I just wanted to be able to help people with a few things and get people out of pain, do some crowns, make a living for my family. But as I started growing in it, I became addicted to the smile work, right? Transforming smiles, whether that was veneers, Invisalign, implants. That process is a drug to me, getting to see the transformation. Sorry, Tara, what was the question? You said I skipped it. I'm going back. Yes, so you can send photos. Go to yoursmiledestination.com, and that's where you can send photos. I think that might have been your question. I accidentally skipped. Thanks for keeping me honest. But yes, you can go to yoursmiledestination.com and submit photos there. All right, guys. Keep smiling. It looks good on you. Not going to blank. I guess you just get to keep watching me. What happened? See.